As y'all can tell, it's a little noisy in here. Got the little fire going on over there. I'm gonna get the garage a little warm. Don't really know what I was going to do today. I need to get some cleaning up. I need to get all this stuff cleaned up, moved. And I need to move this guy over there. And then we'll, I bought some parts for a motor. I think that's what we're going to do today. Bought a new timing light. Bought a radiator cap, thermostat. Bought a switch. This is thermally controlled, so she'll probably go right here or maybe in here. And what that does, that will send me a ground wire reference to here. So once this reaches 180 degrees, it'll kick the fan on. So I don't have to have a switch. Once it grounds out, it will it'll turn it on and off by temperature. So I'm gonna do that, hook this up. I got a new carburetor. It's a cheap guy. Bought a wideband system too for the OBD, or not the OBD, air fuel mixture. Where that went, I don't know where the gauge went. It's probably down in there. But I bought this cheap carburetor. We're gonna put on there. I bought a spacer we're gonna stick on there, and come with some studs. Should have been a gauge for the OBD, or the air fuel mixture. Bad part about it is I don't have really anywhere to mount it. I need to get the Y pipe on here, and give me an O2 bung stuck in it down here somewhere. It's got to be kind of close to the thing, so it wraps around and come out here and then meet together there. So be a bung for that. But this is the main focus this morning, why it heats up in here, and you guys don't have to listen to that thing run. I made me a little ceiling fan, push the heat down, put my fan up there, so that helps circulate the heat. It rises up in the rafters. I'm thinking about finding a way to put the other fan up there somewhere, but I'm gonna get it a little bit cleaned up, get the stuff moved around, and then we'll get back to it. All right, so we're putting the studs in for this carburetor. I just screwed them in by hand. I did one already, but I figured I'd show y'all one. You just put one on there. Probably take it all the way to the bottom and do it that way, but I'm not. I'm gonna double nut them. So I just use the channel locks and I hold the bottom nut, and I turn that top nut till it's tight. And we just give her an old spin. Choke cable. What them do is they lock together so they don't turn no more. So I'm gonna slap them in there, get the other two done, and before we put the carb on though, I wanna get the thermostat in and the thing for the fan, the wire for the fan, or the sensor thing in for the fan in. So let me get them done. Now we're gonna pull this off for the thermostat. I think the coolant levels dropped some because of the leak that's in the water pump there at that one fitting there. Come on. Notice how them weren't over torqued real tight. It don't take much. Ah, yeah. Damn ya. I gotta clean that freaking gasket off there. Should be a recess in there with that. Dang it, man, I'm losing antifreeze. Antifreeze. Let's find something to scrape this stuff off here. No, I can just peel it back. One or the other. I know it was a bad idea to put this on there without the thing in there already. Alright, well, I'm gonna get that cleaned off. Hate antifreeze. I'm actually allergic to it. I really am allergic to it, but I'll be alright. So see, this thing has a rubber. Oh no. No sir, don't fit in there. See how that's recessed down? It's got that rubber hanging there. It don't fit. No sir. So we're gonna ditch that rubber. We're gonna stick that in there just like that then. I got another gasket somewhere here. Let's see. Pretty sure I do. I hope I do. Man, I don't. God darn it. See? The whole thing about trying to do some custom builds is crap, man. I don't have another one. I thought I did. That's not one. Well, it's gonna be silicone time. And I hate using silicone like that, but it's gotta be done, it's gotta be done. Slowing down progress. I don't have time to be going chasing stuff down. So yeah, we'll use some silicone, I guess. Should be working on the Suburban, man. I gotta get wheel bearings and brakes put on that thing. Well, alright. I'm gonna get that silicone down. I'm sure you guys don't want to see a big glob of silicone thrown on something. I know I've got one somewhere. I just have to keep looking. I may not. Alright, we got everything back together. I don't have a terminal for that yet. I gotta put the power back up to the fan side there. Okay. So we got all that done. We gotta just get the carb on. I was hoping that I could put an electric choke on this carb, but I can't. So it's let's go. It's just a junk. I wouldn't say it's a junk. It's from China. They call it a truck talk carburetor. So, but anyways, basically like an elder Brock, I guess. Elder junk, whatever. But I mean, if it works, right? I looked at some Hollies, man, and God, can't see spending $800-900 on a carburetor yet. Once I get the thing running right and ready to put in the car, then yeah, I can do that. But it's not in the car yet, so we're gonna be running a cheap one for now, and the 1/2-inch spacer. I liked how the that 2-barrel ran with the spacer type deal on there. It kind of makes it open a little bit there. I gotta find a gasket. I know I got a car gasket somewhere. I got a few of them. That one feels thicker. Feels thicker than that one, doesn't it? Yeah, we're gonna use this one on the bottom. Just because of the sharp edges right around there. I should kind of clean that stuff up around there a little bit. Polish it up or whatever you want to call it. Port it a little bit. Gasket match port type dealio. Let's see. I'm just gonna go this way. And the studs ain't long enough. You got to be freaking kidding me, man. These people. So, well, no spacer then. I will have to get longer studs, obviously. And, so, guess that's just the way the poop screws the football. I don't know. So, yeah. Oh well, we're running it this way for now. Until I can get longer studs. You figure if you're doing a 1/2-inch carb spacer, they'd have made them a 1/2 inch longer. Because them studs come with the spacer, not with this. Come on, get on there. You gotta be kidding me. Always something, always something. There we go. Yeah, I had to lift the carb up to get it to that bolt to start because it's too thick. I know I got the 13mm rim. I thought I did. That's 15. Well, let's see. I got the 5. Yeah, we'll shoot the 1/2 inch then. This carb can always be, used for not diagnosis, but for engine run stand. So when I eventually buy a good carburetor, we'll have this one laying around. You got the 2-barrel over there with the adapter too. So if we ever get and it works for taking a 2-barrel, turning it into a 4-barrel too. So if we ever get a 2-barrel motor, or motor with 2-barrel intake. We'll have that. Yeah, didn't really know what I was gonna do today, man. I wanna do our moonshine steel, make our ethanol for the motor here. But I have to get an ethanol, an E85 carburetor. That's what I really want. Them is looking to be a little expensive though. I did get us a throttle, little throttle arm thing. So it come with all the vacuum ports blocked off for us, so we're good on that. I probably shouldn't have that on there. I've got a choke cable already. Yeah, we'll have to cut it down though. So I've already been it for it, but so I'm gonna take and Z this end down here so we can get that hooked up. And I gotta get the throttle out here and get it mounted on the stand, and we'll see. We gotta get our fuel lines hooked up. This thing comes with some extra fuel lines too on this carb, which is kind of nice. So let me get this cable figured out. I got the cable ran, and get you this set up here. What I need to do is kind of let me back you guys up here a little bit. You can see a little better. But you see the choke here. So when we run our choke in, this will turn our choke off. So I need to set that choke fully opened when I cut this, and give room for my Z. So the choke's fully open. That's pushed all the way in for the choke to be off and be open. So that'll give us plenty of room, I believe. I'm gonna have to bend this bracket in some though. It's not in a line real good, but so we'll cut it off about here and we'll Z it. So oh man, that might be too short. To be that way. This to be that way. See our little Z in there now, but the cable's a little twisted on us, so slide that in. Boom, boom. And see, we got a little bit of adjustment there with the slide on the cable, or the coating of the cable. Spin this in a little bit. Okay. Now let's see what she does. Choke on. Air compressor scared me. Choke on, choke off, and she's fully opened. Perfect, perfect. So that part's done. Well, you know, it's going to be run on the back side of the motor, and it should be, but this is just for mock-up or for testing or whatever you want to call her. You guys noticed these valve covers? Oh, come off there. Oh, magnet's tough. There's no fill cap. There's no way to fill it except through these ports. I did that on purpose because I didn't want a big old thing in there, and I could just run breathers on both sides, and I can pull that out and I can fill it with a small funnel. Just take a little while. So I want a breather on both sides there. So I need to go in and get the throttle. We may just run it without it for right now. But yeah, so pull our throttle out, or our choke out. Boom. Boom. She opens, closes, and then this be our our fast idle here down here. And if you watch, when I turn the thing off, here's your idle. It'll be like your fast idle. So when you shut the choke off, it goes to regular idle. So that's cool. So the back here is kind of like it's vacuumed, actuated, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of cool, I guess. Well, I'm gonna get the gasoline added to her, and we're gonna see how this carb works, and then I'll think about getting the throttle on the thing hooked up. So y'all see me hook them stuff up before, so fuel lines ran, everything's hooked up. Prime up that carburetor. Get some squirting action up out of it. Yep, see it? Boom, right there. Man, that's nice. Look at that. That squirts better than any other ones I've had so far. Let's give her a crank. Oh, let me choke it. How about some choke? Ooh. Yep, she's running now. It's a nice carburetor for less than 200 bucks. It chokes all the way off. Well, just dang there, it's all the way off. But, timing's at 20 degrees. I was by ear and got her to, sounds real good at 20. But anymore, she starts to really kind of cut out. So that's almost a wrap for this thing. I gotta get an alternator bracket on there. Gotta get the pulley for the gotta get a V-belt pulley for, well, no, I got a serpentine pulley on my alternator, so I can use my pulley. It's in right straight down through there for my front of this, and then I just use the front pulley. I just have to get a real small V-belt. I think that'd be it. I got a power steering pump, but it's all on this big old bracket. If I get power steering pump bracket. So what's left is new flywheel. This one's cracked and bent. But yeah, man, she's a humdinger. Let's see if she fires up without no choke. Give her a little gas here. Oh, I gotta turn the power on to everything. Battery's about dead. I got on 50 volts. She died, man. I don't like, that's what I don't like about it. The fan should be kicking on shortly. Oh, you know what? I may not have enough water in it. It may not kick on. I wonder where the idle's sitting at on this thing. Man, that is a beaut, boy. She is a meanie beaut. Gosh darn, boy. Yeah, I might get a gasket, clean this stuff up, fix that. I can't believe the I didn't think about fuel or the antifreeze level being low. That's probably why that's not kicking on. Turn the key back on. Let's see. Power come off of it. Jankety wire. Does this have to be on? Why this ain't coming on? She hooked up the power. Well, that ain't no good. Yep, we'll have to figure out that fan eventually some other time, but for now, I'm gonna say motor build's done. She's running pretty dang good. She needs a oil change, and I'm gonna put some new rockers in here. I'm gonna do some 1.6 rockers. And I don't know. Ain't real sure what else to do to her. Oil cooler lines gotta be done for when I put it in the car. I don't know when I'm gonna put it in, but when we get there, that'll help give some content to do here and there. Next week, we'll probably be on that right there. We're gonna finish up the old moonshine steel. It's I think I'm gonna do different design. I think I'm gonna go with, well, maybe not design, but I'm gonna go with this inch pipe here all the way over, and then when I come out, we'll come out with inch. It'll be 1 inch instead of this ½ inch, but I don't know. It all fits in there pretty good. And I have all the stuff for the ½ inch stuff. So that's, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we do. But that's what we're gonna do next weekend. We're gonna figure that out. That's gonna be our dealio. I'm still trying to find a motor for this. Something I may end up doing a shaft, a 1 inch shaft with a coupler onto this, and we may just not be able to use the clutch. We'll have to have a belt clutch, kind of like on a riding lawnmower system. I've got a couple pulleys picked out. I just have to see what this spline is, see what kind of stuff I can find for spline to 1 inch shaft, keyed shaft. If I can get it like kind of like a steering coupler almost, steering column coupler, you know, like a D-shaped coupler, which would be nice, something like that, where I can slide these two things together. And we'll run some pillow blocks with that 1 inch shaft, have a bigger pulley here, little pulley on the motor, and we'll just run a belt system with a, when we push in the clutch, we'll push, you know, we'll push away the pulley, let out the clutch, push it back towards the motor, or towards the belt, tighten the belt up, and give us some rotation. So that's probably what we may end up doing. We'll have to figure out how to run this hydraulic pump down there. So baby Tape's here. She's in the house. I don't know what she's been up to. I'm gonna go and spend some time with her this weekend. I just didn't really want to do much today anyway, because she's here, and I haven't really been spending much time with her when she is here. I'm usually out here in the garage trying to entertain you all. So the sun's coming out, warming up a little bit. Yep. So next time you guys see this motor, we're gonna be putting it in something. When that's gonna be, I'm not sure, but we'll have us a new Wix filter. Obviously, we'll get us a new flywheel, flex plate. That's a flex plate, but we may end up with a flywheel on there. Losing coolant, but I'm hoping it's running from what was up there. I hope it ain't leaking through there. The oil don't look milky. Yeah, so I need to pressure wash. I don't want to pressure wash it, man, because I built it to look dirty. I don't want it to be dirty looking. I want to be able to pull up somebody and be like, hey, check out my junky motor. So if I go washing it, you know, look at the headers. The headers are perfect, you know. It's rusty and crusty, and the only thing that looks good is going to be a carburetor. You know, that's all I can tell them. Hey, man, I put electric distributor on there, an ATI distributor, and a carburetor. That's it. But if you guys want to see all the other builds, this is actually these videos for this is all in one big playlist. It's the only playlist I have. So if that's what you all want to go see, different camshaft. I did a retro roller cam in here, and it's a roller block. I bought a cam for a block that's not a roller, and I put that in there. It's in there how I did it, how I got my beehive springs, the offset keepers and retainers, so I could run a higher lift cam. I think I'm running 502 on intake and 509 on exhaust. I got the cam card. I can't remember what the duration and separation and all that stuff is, but it sounds good enough. Works good for me. Look, that thing can come with some bigger jets, or I wouldn't say bigger, but more jets. A T for more vacuum lines, stuff for throttle cable. So, but we may even just run that carburetor, man. I kind of like it. I can't believe how well it ran. With that little carb, it didn't like it. With that Holly carb, it hated it. And look, I changed the light bulb up there, and I put it's porcelain like that up there, but it's got the plug-in in it, so I got a place to plug my stuff in right here now. I did that right after I was trying to clean up a little bit. I still got to get the trash can out here and throw all that in the trash. I've cut cords off of that and that. All right, well, I'm just rambling. We're out of here. Y'all have a good weekend. We're gonna close up the shop. We're gonna head in. Probably take Alan up to the candy store. She likes the candy store. We got a place that sells old style candy. Stuff that we ain't seen since we were kids. And I mean, I'm 45, so they got some old school candy. All right, y'all have a good weekend. Shop's closed up.